Hello, good morning from London. My name is Anna, Anna English to be exact, because English is my middle name, and I am here from London, broadcasting to you live to bring you your daily, well, not daily, because I haven't been doing it every day, but to bring you your very short pronunciation lesson. So today we are looking at the pronunciation of a certain diphthong. A diphthong is two vowel sounds brought together to make one moving vowel sound. And in the last lesson that we did, the last pronunciation lesson, we looked at another diphthong. Today we are looking at the diphthong O. O. Some of you may realise that we've looked at O before, a few weeks ago, but the important thing is to keep revising. So if you have visited a lesson, you've learnt it, it's important later on to go back and revisit the lesson, especially when it comes to pronunciation. I changed my own accent. I used to have a Northern English accent and now I have a Southern, more standard British English accent, and it took me about a year of constant revision to become a natural speaker of the Southern English accent. So, without further ado, for 10 minutes, let's concentrate on our pronunciation of the diphthong O. O. So, here it is spelt phonetically. This is helpful because if you ever are unsure about a word, you're not sure how it's pronounced, one thing you can do is head over to one of the online dictionaries and type in the word. I tend to use Cambridge or Oxford as a really good base because they will give you the American English and the British English pronunciation so that you can follow the pronunciation you prefer. And then you'll see it written phonetically. So this is the phonetic symbol for this sound. O. O. I want you to look at my mouth as I make this sound. O. 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 So we start nice and open and bring it to rounded lips. O. 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 So this sound is present in the word toe. Toe. A toe is one of the digits on your feet. So hopefully you all have 10 toes. You have 2 big toes, obviously on your feet, and then 8 smaller toes and 2 little toes. Okay, let's carry on. Hello everyone that's joining me. It's nice to see you all again. Some of you joining me again after yesterday. It's lovely to see the same faces and some new faces as well. So if you are here for the first time, please press subscribe and join our community. So we also see this O sound in the word show. Obviously, show can be a noun or a verb. I will show you my house. I will show you my necklace. Or I'm going to a theatre show. I'm going to see a show at the theatre. We also have it in the word go. Go. I need to go home. To go home. Or you can also find it in the word hello. Hello. So we don't want to say hello. We want to say hello. Oh. Oh. Oh, hello. Very easy. I'm going to say a quick hello to my patrons. How are you, patrons? Are you all feeling well? Are you all happy? Let me get this up here so I can see it here too. Hopefully you guys can see that easily on the... There we go, that's a bit better. Oh, Andreas, you're not here, you're too busy. Okay, so I hope you guys are well. Let's carry on here. So, using this nice moving sound O, we're going to try these sentences. Chloe, this is a British English name. I'm not sure if you have it in your country as well, but it's certainly popular over here in England. Chloe, Chloe, Chloe. Chloe. What about Chloe? Chloe's big toe looked like a toad. Chloe's big toe looked like a toad. Goodness me, poor Chloe. Chloe's big toe looked like a toad. And let's have a look at that. Chloe's big toe looked like a toad. Chloe's big toe looked like a toad. Looked. Notice how the ed on looked is not looked, but it's sounded like a T. Looked. Looked. Linda has asked, what is a toad? A toad is a little animal. It's like a frog. Rabbit, rabbit. It's got 4 legs and they live in ponds, in pools of water. But a toad is bigger and I think it has lumps on its back, but it's very similar to a frog. Rabbit, rabbit. That's my best frog impression. So Chloe's big toe looked like a toad. Poor Chloe. Then we have Joe. Joe spelt in this way is a girl's name. Joe spelt this way is a boy's name. So this is a girl we're referring to. Joe is short for Joanne. Joanne. So Joe said hello to Chloe at the show. Joe said hello to Chloe at the, th, at the show. At the show. Joe said hello to Chloe at the show. Amal says, first thumb up. Thank you. So Amal is the first person to give me a like, a thumb up, because I know how much you like a thumb. Thank you, Amal. Yes, I love a thumb. So if you are feeling happy today and you enjoy learning English with me, then please show your appreciation by giving me a thumb. That would be wonderful. That would make the sun shine even brighter in my life. Let's carry on. So, here we have another name, Sean. Sean. That uses quite a difficult long vowel, or. Sean. It's quite far back in the mouth. Sean. If you are familiar with cartoons, you might be familiar with the cartoon character Shaun the Sheep. Shaun the Sheep. But otherwise, Sean is a man's name. So we have Sean was shown how low it goes. Sean was shown how low it goes. Sean was shown how low it goes. And Jana has made a very good point. We also have the actor Sean Connery. Sean Connery, a very famous actor. Sean Connery. So, Sean was shown how low it goes. And that S is sounded like a Z on the word goes. What do we have next? I'm standing on my tiptoes, you know. I'm standing, I'm standing on my tiptoes, you know. Do you know what tiptoes is? To stand on your tiptoes is to stand up on your toes. So you no longer put the flat of your feet down on the floor. So if this was my foot, this is the floor, this is my foot. To go onto my tiptoes is to stand up onto my toes. So to balance on my toes, I'm on my tiptoes. Yeah, so I'm standing on my tiptoes and I'm still not tall enough. Okay. Is Chloe a French name? Oh, it could be actually. It sounds quite French, doesn't it? Chloe. Bonjour, Chloe. Yeah, I think so. Sorry, that's a terrible French accent. But I think it sounds French. That's a good point. That was Eric, my patron, who made that comment. So thank you. Okay, let's carry on. Joe. So this is a boy's name. Remember, without the O, it's a girl's name. Boy's name is with the E. And it's short for Joseph when it's a boy's name. Short for Joseph. So Joe chose, so to make a choice, it's in the past. He chose, that becomes a Z. Chose to bid lower than us. To bid is to make an offer. So if you are selling something on eBay, on the website eBay, I might make a bid. I might say, I bid £5. And so that's me making an offer. And you can choose whether to accept my bid or not. And you might say, no, I want £10 for this, please. So Joe chose to bid lower. So because we have this W here and we have a vowel following it, we do sound this harder. So we say lower. Joe chose to bid lower than us. Joe chose to bid lower than us. And then the final one. You know she likes to show off. You know she likes to show off. Phrasal verb here, to show off. If you watched my best English lesson ever video, then you'll know what the word show off means. To show off is to show everybody something that you're proud of. So I might show off my heart eye emoji keyring. I'm like, oh, look what I've got. I've got a keyring. Ah, na 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 na. Look at my keyring. Isn't it amazing? So I'm showing off, and usually people who show off are quite annoying, a little bit annoying. So to show off, to show off. So we know that she likes to show off. We know she likes to show off. And that's it. So let's have a look again at those words. Toe, show, go, hello. Chloe's big toe looked like a toad. Joe said hello to Chloe at the show. Sean was shown how low it goes. I'm standing on my tiptoes, you know. Joe chose to bid lower than us. You know she likes to show off. And then, of course, if you did enjoy this, then please click the like button, because you all know I love a thumb. And if you think it's helpful, that your friends might enjoy it too, then please feel free to share. And of course, if you don't want to miss out on any future updates, any future lessons, then do click the subscribe button so you have more chance of catching me live in future and seeing lessons that you want to see as they come around. So thank you very much for joining me. I am open now to taking a few questions. So, fire away. I've got Sky Blue Chong has asked, how do you pronounce simultaneous? Simultaneous. So if two things happen at the same time, they are happening simultaneously. Simultaneously. So simultaneous. Can you please make a video with a learner? Well, yes, I've actually just closed a competition to find 5 people to teach me their language, and I'll be announcing the winner of that competition, or the winners of that competition, next week. Yesterday I tried to find you an iTalki, but I couldn't. The iTalki deal is just $10 in credit, which you get, which I negotiated with iTalki for you guys, but I don't teach there myself. So I promote the company because I think it's a really good company, and I managed to get them to give you a deal, which is $10 in credit when you buy your first lesson. If you want to have private lessons with me, I have very little time available because I have quite a few private students. So I have very little time available, which is why I don't teach with iTalki, because I don't have the time for many more students. But if you are really keen for a lesson with me, I could try to fit 1 or 2 people in, possibly, if you're really, really keen. And all you have to do is go over to britishenglishpro.com, book a lesson there, and then I'll try and find a slot for you. All right? How do you pronounce adequate? adequate. It was enough. It was adequate. If it isn't enough, then you'd say inadequate. You might feel inadequate. I don't feel like I'm good enough. I'm inadequate. Or I'm adequate. Okay? Do you provide one-to-one accent lessons, softening lessons? Yes, I do, Eric. That's exactly what I do most of the time. Again, go over to britishenglishpro.com. I also have an online elocution course to help you. So about 4 hours worth of elocution tutorials available at britishenglishpro.com. So have a look there if you're interested in that kind of thing. Could you please do a video about irregular verbs and how to pronounce it well individually? I will add it to the list. Do be sure to have a look through my previous videos, guys. I have done a lot of lessons on lots of different things, so there might be something that you want that I've already done. So do have a look through the old videos. Donnie has said, would you say show off myself or show myself off? You would say show myself off. Or I might show my necklace off. So you put the word in the middle. Show myself off, show my boyfriend off, show my new picture off. All right? Could you please make, Yuya, yes, I will do the difference between diphthongs. I'll do the difference between, once I've covered all the diphthong sounds individually, then I'll start doing the differences between. All right? Sky blue, yes, that's a really great tongue twister. But I won't do it now. Hello everyone. Has anyone got any more questions? Sky has asked, how do you pronounce pneumonia? Pneumonia. So when you're very sick, you have fluid on your lungs. It's called n, even though it's spelled with a P, that's silent. Pneumonia. Pneumonia. Could you make a video featuring British slang? Yes, I mean I cover some slang words in most videos, so but I can potentially do a single, just a slang video. But of course, like I said, always have a look through previous lessons. Do you mean kernel, Moose? How do you pronounce kernel? Kernel? I think you've misspelt that. Could you please write down the website that you mentioned, British English Pro? British English Pro is in the description of this video, along with lots of other links that you may find helpful. But I will just write it for you now. EnglishPro.com. BritishEnglishPro.com. There you go. Julia says, how do you pronounce phenomena? Phenomena. 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 Da, 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 da. How do you pronounce bronchitis? Do I have lots of doctors in the house today? There's lots of medical terms coming out here. Bronchitis is when you have a cough. You have bronchitis. Amal says, what's the difference between British English Pro and English Like a Native channels of yours? I used to have a YouTube channel called British English Pro, which I don't put videos on anymore. The difference was, one was all about English, like grammar, phrasal verbs, idioms, and British English Pro was all about accent, so working your accent. And then I realised they're pretty much the same, so I brought them into this one space, but my website is still called britishenglishpro.com. Can you make a video that talks about confusing names of British places? Yes, I will. I have done before, but I'm going to make a new one. Would you please tell us the times of your live classes? If you keep missing my live classes, then please do come and follow me on Facebook and on Instagram. I always post a schedule for the week ahead at the weekends. Tomorrow there's actually a change to the schedule because I'm doing a very special video tomorrow afternoon. So tomorrow's live lesson will actually now be at 5 p.m. English time. So 5 p.m. English time tomorrow is the next live lesson. How do you pronounce mature? If you are old and experienced, you are mature. Mature. What time is it there in Britain? Today, right now, it is 11:30. 11:30 in the morning. Can you explain the difference between past perfect and simple past, please, quickly? I have actually done a video all about that, Emin, so the best thing is to go and have a look at the video where you have clear explanation. All right. How do you pronounce trimester? Trimester. Trimester. Sky, are you a doctor? I'm assuming you are. Any more questions before I get going? I'm sorry if I've missed your question, guys. There's lots of questions here. I do apologise. Let me check on my patrons as well to see how they are. Okay, they haven't said anything. Yuya, I did pick up that message and I will do that for you. If you're interested in joining my Skype group is for my patrons. Patrons are people who support this channel to help me to bring as many English lessons to you as possible. And in return for their generous support to the channel, they have access to the Skype group, so they get my full attention during live lessons, and they get other rewards like access to all my videos in advance before they go live. They get to help me make decisions on content for the future. Some of them will be credited in all videos. Some of them get live Skype calls one-to-one with me. So lots of rewards. So if you feel that you are able to support this channel, then do feel free to check out the Patreon campaign. Again, this is linked in the description box below. So thank you very much for joining me, guys. I'm going to start closing off now. So I'm going to wrap up. Wrap up is to close, to finish things off. To wind down is another thing we say. To wind down, to wrap up, to finish. Kumar says, how do you pronounce apocalypse? Apocalypse. Would you tell me the difference in pronunciation between bus, to ride a bus to school perhaps, and boss, the captain, the leader, the boss? Bus, boss, bus, boss. Zahir, if I become a patron, which option should I choose for the Skype one? Just have a look at the different levels. It'll show you the one will have a Skype symbol on it. So I can't remember the levels off the top of my head, but have a look on the Patreon page. But also all patrons get entered into a prize draw every month to win a Skype call. So every month all patrons have a chance at winning a Skype call. The difference in pronunciation between worse and worst. So worse and worst. You just pronounce the T where you see the T. Hi, I want to know toilet word set. So I did one on human bodily functions, which you should have a look at. So yes, just have a look back. Salim, how do you pronounce boy? Boy, the very same way as you would pronounce like a girl and boy. Boy. Okay, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to head off now. Let's just have a look. How many? We've got 104 people in, so how many thumbs have we got? Only 66 thumbs. Okay. Am I going to have to deal with 66 thumbs? Is that going to make me sad? Is that going to make me feel like this? Am I going to feel like poo all day? If I stay for a few minutes longer, can we get those thumbs up to 100? I think we can. I think we can. Oh, 73 now. Come on, let's push them up. I'll take a few more questions while you're giving me the thumbs. So what is sustain and attain? If you sustain something, you keep it at the same level. So if I'm running, I need to sustain a certain speed, for example, or to sustain myself, to keep myself going, I need to eat a few times a day. To attain is to get. She attained a poo emoji. But to sustain is to keep. To attain is to get. Jersey, how do you spell wrap up? You spell it like to wrap yourself. So W-R-A-P, wrap up. What other questions do I have here? Thanks for today's lesson. You're very welcome. Oh, we're on 83 thumbs. Rochelle, I like the word trump. Yes, it's very funny. If you don't know what trump means to British people, check out bodily functions. How do you pronounce direction? Direction. Direction. Ali, I can't see your question, my darling. If you're asking me again to look at your question, you need to retype it so that I can see it. because otherwise I just scroll back and I can't see anything. Yeah, I can't find it, Ali, I'm sorry. Hi, in Cambridge, lovely. Very nice, Cambridge is beautiful. If you come to England and you have a chance to go to Cambridge, then go have a look. No more questions coming through. We're on 87 thumbs, 87 thumbs. Fabulous. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Okay, I'm not going to answer silly questions. Silly questions are just silly. Silly questions are just silly. A few of you in Cambridge, actually. So one of you's asked me about the word of, saying, is it a preposition? Yes, of is a preposition. It's a preposition. I hope that helps. The difference in pronunciation between red, the colour red, and to the past of reading. I read. Yesterday I read. I read now. I read yesterday. So they're both the same pronunciation, red and red. Red and red. Okay, sorry, lots of questions coming through here, and we're at 90 thumbs. 90. Oh, are we going to push up? Are we going to push up 10 more thumbs? Is it possible? I don't know. Pronunciation of temperature. 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 What city do you love the best in Britain? The city I love best in Britain is hard. I was brought up in Manchester. And I love Manchester very much. If you haven't seen the video I did about the Manchester accent just yesterday with Cora, please go and have a look at it. And you'll see why I love Manchester so much, because the accent is beautiful. I love Cambridge. I love Birmingham, is really good fun. I love lots of places. I love London, of course. Brighton is good fun. Bristol is nice. How do you pronounce mischievous? Mischievous. That's a hard one. That tricks me as well. She was a true Mancunian. Yes, she was. So Cora in the Manchester video is a true Mancunian. I always have real natives on those accent videos so that people cannot say, that's not a real accent. It always is. Can you make a video about the Geordie accent? I plan to make a video about every accent in the world, eventually. It just takes time. I have lived in Cambridge for 4 years, but the English dialect here is horrible. It's very difficult to learn English speaking with locals. It takes time. You just have to adjust to it. Difference between ominous and ominous. They're both that you've written the same word there. Ominous and ominous. Yes, you've written the same word. Okay, I'm going to have to go now, guys, because I do have a private lesson to teach. But thank you so much for joining me. We didn't quite reach 100 thumbs, but never mind, we're close to it. We're like 6 thumbs away. So I do appreciate you being here. Tomorrow's live lesson, remember, is now at 5 o'clock. Not 4 o'clock, it'll be at 5 o'clock. And what is likely to happen is it's likely to be a grammar lesson. It really depends how much time I get beforehand, but it should be a grammar lesson. Thank you very much for being here. Don't forget to check out the links in the description box below. Thank you to my patrons, as always. I will look forward to chatting to you guys later. Have a lovely day. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and take care. Lots of love from London. Bye.